Ahoy everyone, and welcome back once again to the channel. Last month, September 2024, that is, RZE relaunched their Valour field watch, a 38mm field watch, a remastered version, if you like. If you're not familiar with RZE, they like to make watches out of titanium, and I like their website actually. I like their branding, I like their colours, and I like the way they present their watches on their website. They offer them in incrementing sizes, and they seem to be offering smaller than average watches, but also some pretty big watches as well. So they seem to be covering all bases there, and I like that. They've sent me this 38mm field watch. It is a remastered Valour. They've sent me the calcite version. What does that mean, remastered? Well, they've made a few changes, a few improvements. It's got different hands, a different dial. It now comes with a date, complication, NH35, 21,600 beats per hour, hacks, hand winds. It comes on a Hexaflex rubber strap, and they've upgraded the gasket to a Vuitton gasket, which is a branded gasket, so I guess extra peace of mind. Now, there are a few versions of this watch available, but they've sent me this calcite one. If you want to see the other versions, I've put a link to their website in my video description. It's not an affiliate link, it's just going to take you over to their website. But stick around, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this remastered Valour. And of course, as you would expect, it is made of titanium. They love to make titanium watches, and this one is an interesting one. Quite an angular case, a really good looking case actually. No polished surfaces, but there is a mix of bead blasted finish and brushing, which is a little bit different, and the brushed surfaces almost look a little bit more reflective, and so it almost looks like there's some polished surfaces. There aren't, but yeah, those brushed areas look, well, just a little bit more shimmery. And I do like the design, I have to say. I love the dimensions, I love the proportions, I love the angles, I love the dial, the hands. It is, yeah, a good looking watch for sure. It's got these sort of flat facets everywhere, and I like that. I'm not wild about that sort of matte bead blasted finish because it shows up fingerprints, the oils from your hands and your fingers. It sort of, I don't know, leaves grubby marks on this sort of finish. For some reason, it doesn't seem to do that on brushed titanium. But anyway, there's not a lot of that sort of bead blasted finish on this case. What you see is predominantly brushed, and this titanium has a coating on it, Ultra Hex, so it's got an HV rating of 1200. I think titanium normally has an HV rating of 350, so it's more resistant to scratches. And the finishing, I have to say, looks pretty good. Titanium is a more difficult material to finish than steel, but the corners seem, well, not sharp, but crisply done. The brushing is nice. The bead blasted finish is, well, bead blasted, isn't it? So yeah, it looks okay. I love the crown. That sort of knurling on the crown looks really, really smart and aggressive. Really easy to use this crown because it's just so grippy. And I think they've put a lot of thought into this watch in terms of specifications and design. Drilled lugs, 100 meters of water resistance. Obviously they've, given you a Vuitton gasket. So again, extra peace of mind if you're actually going to use this tool watch for tooly stuff. Screw down case back, obviously, screw down crown. Yeah, nice strap. It's a thick, substantial rubber strap, this. Straight out of the box, it didn't conform to my wrist particularly well, but it does look like you can sort of play with it and manipulate it a little bit and actually get it to conform to your wrist a little bit better, a little bit like a leather strap actually. So I think in time, and with enough sort of time spent fiddling around with it and sort of manipulating it, I think it will conform to the wrist a little bit better. But it's a quality strap, it's very thick, and I think that is, well, a good thing, but I think it's also the reason why straight out the box it's not conforming to my wrist immediately. Nice strap though, quick release spring bars, nice hardware on it, titanium, and again it's got the Ultra Hex coating. Lots of branding on this strap, and yeah, a nice sort of textured finish underneath. So I like the strap. I think it's an upgrade from the strap that they were offering this watch with initially, which was a nylon strap. Now the dial, I like the colour actually, but it's also a fully loomed dial, and the loom is impressive. You'll see it compete against the watches that I like to pit against the watches that I'm reviewing towards the end of the video. Not really a fair fight though, is it? When you've got a fully loomed dial up against a $10 AliExpress watch and admittedly a £3,000 Seiko MM300. The fully loomed dials are always going to look impressive, aren't they? As long as there's enough loom in the dial, and there is. There's a lot of loom in this dial. So if you like your loom displays, I think you're going to enjoy this watch. One little touch that I really, really like is Hexaflex on the side of the rubber strap. And because it's so thick, they've got the room to write something there. And so they've taken full advantage of that, haven't they? But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything written on the side of a strap before. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Sapphire crystal, of course, it's a flat sapphire crystal. So the watch is actually surprisingly slim. AR coating as well, internal AR coating. So a nice piece of crystal, and I like the fact that they've left it or given it a flat sapphire crystal, keeping the depth as low as possible. And it's, yeah, just over 11mm thick. Nice. You can buy this watch on an Ultra Hex titanium bracelet, which again will have been coated and will have the same HV rating 1200 as the case. I don't know, field watches on bracelets. I think I actually agree with offering this watch on a rubber strap like this. Yes, $349 for this watch on this strap. I know it's housing an NH35, and a few people out there will say, well, that's a lot of money for an NH35 powered watch, but this is an RZE, it's titanium. You know, they've put a lot of thought into this watch. It's a very original looking watch. You've got the coating. Yeah, quality strap. I think that's about right, to be honest. $349 for this watch on this rubber strap. Yeah, I definitely think the changes they've made have been improvements. I didn't handle the original Valour, but I've seen some reviews online. I wanted to familiarize myself with the original watch, and looking at this watch now compared to the original one, I think this is definitely a more appealing watch. With the changes that they've made. I love the hands, I love the dial. Yeah, I think they've made a cracking field watch. I think I've covered all the specifications and said everything I wanted to say, so yeah, let's take a look at the loom. Look at the loom. Oh, it's bright, isn't it? I took some shots of this watch outside, and when I came in, the day loom was off the charts. I almost didn't need to charge it up for this bit. Yeah, nice.